Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I filmed this exact intro so many times within the months that I've been gone, maybe even a year that I've been gone. But as most of you already know, I'm in my second year of residency and it's been the most tough year so far. So I've just been swamped with work, but things have been brewing in the meantime, and your girl's engaged, but it's so crazy. I know I still properly haven't processed it, but I'm here to tell you guys the story of how it happened, fill you in, and kind of just have like a chit chat moment. I've seen a lot of these story time videos before, so I figured I'd fill you in on the story. You'll get it from my end. My fiance might tell you later on his end what he had to do in order to plan it and stuff. But I mean, I kind of just got to enjoy the ride and it was absolutely amazing and perfect. So I'll let you guys know how I got proposed to in today's story time. September 28th, 2019 is the big day. So me and my fiance, still weird saying that, but we've been dating for about 2 years now. We recently had our 2-year anniversary, and I mean, like, we knew that we wanted to settle down. We just didn't know, and we were talking about getting like engaged and stuff like that. We just didn't know like timeline wise when that was gonna happen, but I kind of had the feeling that it was coming soon. We're both 30 and you know, it's about that time. We're really serious about each other. So I mean, it's been brewing. We've been talking about it. We've talked about settling down. We knew we were the ones for each other. But I mean, like I said, timeline wise, I had no idea when it was gonna happen. I kind of like just assumed that it was in his the ball was in his court and he would have to initiate it. So basically, during all of this time, I was in my 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. psychiatric emergency room rotation. So just let that sink in, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So basically, I wake up at like 7, get ready to go to work. I have to be at work by 8, morning report, and then I'm in the emergency room until 9 p.m. Sometimes I have to stay longer. So basically, by the time I come home, it's like 9:30. I have to eat, shower, and then go to sleep, and I barely am getting to talk to my parents. I barely am getting to talk to Jason. So I'm just like out of the loop when it comes to everything, which is perfect for him to start planning because I can't be my normal like I guess like detective self. So all right, so let's fast forward maybe a week or two before the proposal. All right, so the weekend before the proposal, I had off on weekends, so I would drive over from Staten Island to the Bronx on Fridays. So this one particular Friday, I'm driving over and I call up my mom, and that's my order of things. I always call my mom before I'm leaving, and then I call Jason. So I call up my mom, and she like took a little extra time to answer. I didn't notice at the moment because obviously like thinking back to it, all of this is occurring to me, but she took a little while to answer. Nothing out of the ordinary though. And then I called Jason and he didn't pick up. Like I said, I'm just like thinking back to it now and it all makes sense, but I didn't think anything of it because he's like, oh, talking to my parents, I'll call you later, whatever. So I'm just driving. My drive is like an hour long, so I'm just like jamming out to my music. I get home, I meet up with my mom and dad, and they tell me that they went to Bronx Ale House, which is a local ale house right by where I live. Everyone loves to go there, and me and Jason actually had our first date there, but it's like our local place. So my dad has been there before, and my mom told me that my mom and dad had gone this day. So I was like, what? You guys went on a little date together to Bronx Ale House, like without me, whatever. I was like joking, but I was like happy they went, obviously. And my mom's like, yeah, we went on a little date, we had a drink, and then we brought you home some wings. And I was like, aw, thank you. Didn't think anything of it, enjoyed my wings. I called Jason and I was like, guess what? My parents went on a date without me. They went to Bronx Ale House. And he's like, no way, that's so cool that they're doing that. Like completely played it off. Next day, well, I had suggested to my mom that I wanted to get my nails done. And this is actually, if you know me, you know that I love doing my nails by myself. It's like my own therapeutic thing. So thinking about my proposal, everyone was like, how are we gonna even get you to do your nails? So I guess it just so happened that I wanted to personally go to the salon that week. Nothing occurred to me that I was gonna get proposed to or anything, but I saw my coworker and she had just gotten a gel manicure, and I was like, that looks really good, and I really don't have the time to do my nails myself during this rotation, so kind of just want to go to the salon this weekend, like pamper myself, get my nails done. So I suggested to my mom that same weekend, which is a week before my actual proposal, that I wanted to get my nails done, and my mom was like, all right, how about we wait until next week to get your nails done? You're like, we have a bunch of events that's coming up, so she's like, it'll be fresh for that, so we'll get it done next week, I'll go with you. And so I was like, all right, cool. Didn't think anything of it because I didn't really have a timeline of when I wanted to get my nails done. And so then Jason had told me on September 28th that he had made reservations to Westlight, which is in Brooklyn, like this nice bar slash restaurant that I've really been dying to go to for a very long time. And then we had to go to a birthday party for one of his best friend's girlfriends. 30th birthday party. It was going to be at the One Hotel in Brooklyn. We've been there before for another proposal, and it's like a beautiful hotel. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm excited to meet up with everyone, and then we get to have our date night before, so I didn't think anything of it. His friends are always having events, so so I already put that in my calendar. I wrote down her birthday on this date, whatever, already in my calendar, thought nothing of it. Fast forward back to a week ago, when I asked my mom to do my nails, and she said, we'll do it next week. She goes, she goes, oh, so what are you doing next week? Like, what do you have planned? So I tell her, oh yeah, I have to go to this event. It's at like a really nice hotel. My mom's like, all right, so let's go to Macy's. You've been working really hard. I haven't bought you anything in a really long time. So let's just go get you a dress because, you know, I feel like you don't have anything good to wear for this fancy event that you're going to. So that, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of was a little shady because I was like, this usually never happens, but I mean, maybe she is seeing that I'm working really hard. I don't really have the time to go shopping anymore, and I kind of just went with the flow. So it was me, my mom, and my dad. We had a really nice Saturday. We had breakfast. My mom was like really eager to get me this dress. So like I said, that was the one thing that kind of tipped me off, but I still didn't expect it. So we went shopping, and I was looking for dresses, and my mom kept saying, oh, like, I think the color red looks really good on you. Side note, Jason's favorite color is red. He loves the way red looks on me. He's like obsessed with red. But my mom also really likes red, and she likes the way red looks on me. So I also didn't think anything of that. So we're looking for dresses. I'm trying on a lot of stuff. I'm liking it, but not loving it. And then we run into my cousin-in-law, Rafina, at Macy's as well. Wasn't planned, but I'm really glad that she was there because she kind of like took part in picking my dress for my proposal. But I think my mom, she told me later, but my mom had told her, I think the day before or that time when I was picking dresses, that Jason told my mom to help me pick a dress for my proposal, and that's what we were doing that day. So I'm looking for dresses. I almost give up. I'm like, Mommy, I have stuff at home. I'll find something. It's not even my event. It's not a big deal. Like, I'm not really liking anything, so I'll just wear something. And my mom kind of played along too, and she was just like, all right, fine. Just show me what you have at home, and maybe we could decide on what you're gonna wear. So then as I was leaving, I see this like beautiful teal dress with gold details. I'm sure you guys have seen in my Instagram pictures from my proposal, but I just like stopped, and I was like, this is so pretty. It's kind of pricey. So I was like, I'll try it on. And so I tried it on, like absolutely fell in love with it. And then I'm looking at the price tag, and I'm like, Mommy, it's really expensive. You don't need to get that for me. It's someone else's event. Like I would wear this to my own proposal. I literally said that. I said I would wear this to my own proposal. Why would I wear it to someone else's event? Like, you totally don't need to buy this for me. So my mom insisted, and she's just like, all right, you know, if you don't like it, you could return it, or, you know, it's nice. Just wear it one day. You could always wear it again. And so I was like, okay, but I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna actually wear it. So I bought that dress. We go home, and I FaceTime Jason, and I'm like, oh, well, I got a dress for your friend's event, but it's like really nice. I kind of don't want to wear it. I kind of want to wear it for my own proposal. And Jason's like, okay, so show me. So I FaceTime him and showed him the dress, and he's like, oh, that's so perfect. It's like, perfect, wear it. Everyone's going to dress up. I actually think he's going to propose to his girl on Saturday too, so he wants everybody to dress up because he's gonna have a photographer there to take pictures. So I was like, okay. And then I kept on saying, but like, this is a really nice dress. Like, I kind of want to save it for my own proposal. And he's like, no, you'll get another dress then, but just wear this. So also didn't think anything of it. And then that was it. I went back to work. It was a full busy work week. Jason was also working. I don't have time to really talk to him at that point to find out everything he's doing in the day on his days off. But like, if he said he was working, I believed him that he was working. So Friday comes along and I'm driving home again, and I sleep the night and I'm getting ready for my event, Jason's best friend's girl's birthday / proposal. So now I'm back home in the Bronx Friday night, not thinking of anything, have my dress ready for the next day. Jason says, oh, I know you're gonna like complain that you're gonna have to walk in heels, so you can wear heels and I will pick you up from the Bronx. So mind you, like, he does this, he's very sweet. He knows that I don't really like taking public transportation. It takes me a long time, and like, I've complained about having to wear heels and walk, but he lives in Long Island. I live in the Bronx. We're going to Brooklyn. So this poor boy would drive from Long Island to the Bronx to Brooklyn. But I was like, all right, I was tired. So I was like, okay, cool. And then I think the night before or even that morning, he's like, change of plans. We're not going to Westlight anymore. And I was upset. We haven't done date night in so long. I was like, no, like, I really wanted to go to Westlight, whatever. But so now I'm getting ready on the Saturday. My makeup like doesn't come out the way I want it to. I'm not done with my hair and Jason's already here. And I hate when I'm not ready the way that I want to be and I have to like be rushed out. But I mean, he even said like, oh, take your time, you could do your hair, but like, I feel like he's downstairs, I kind of like need to go. So I mean, my mom said I looked nice, I was wearing my dress, I had my hair straight, would have liked to curl it, but I didn't look horrible. But like, I get in the car, I go downstairs, I get in the car, he's wearing this like really nice I think like a velvet blazer, black blazer, and he looks at me and he's like, oh, you look beautiful. And I'm like, thank you, but like, what the heck, we're not going to date night? And I give him like immediate sass. Like the entire beginning of that car ride, I'm giving him sass. Like, we don't do date night anymore, but it's like not like a hardcore sass. It's like one of my kind of like petty salty sasses. So I was just like, basically I took out my phone and I had scheduled date night. And so I was just like, look, date night canceled. Like I was just like acting up like that. And I was like, I don't like the way my hair looks. So in the beginning I was just kind of like fiddling with myself, but like he was in a good mood and like I was joking around and being petty, and like we ended up getting over it. Like I got over it, and then like we were like jamming out to music and stuff like that, and then we're driving and we get to Brooklyn Bridge Park. Mind you, we've been to Brooklyn Bridge Park before. You could actually go back on my vlogs and see. I think it's called The Most Perfect Date Night Ever. So it was me and Jason's both of our first times at Brooklyn Bridge Park, and like I remember going there and I was like, okay, I give you permission to propose to me here when you're ready to propose to me. But didn't think anything of it because we've been to Brooklyn Bridge Park after that for another friend's proposal, and like just to hang out in this hotel restaurant thing was there. So it's totally valid that they would have an event at the hotel, and then we would just like celebrate there. So he goes, at this time I know that it's his friend's proposal, and so he's like, oh, they're meeting by the carousel, I think they're supposed to meet up at this time. And so I'm like, all right, cool. Jason usually has his phone connected to his car, but he didn't have it this time. But I didn't think anything of it because he's like, you could plug in your phone to do music, because I do that sometimes. So I mean, I didn't notice him checking his phone too much or anything like that. He did really well when it came to, I guess, like hiding it. Like I really had no clue. He had no extra bags or anything like that. So I wasn't staring down at his phone or anything. So then we get out we're trying to find parking, and the garage is full. And so I think we find like street parking, which also threw it off because like I feel like if it was like a proposal, like he would make sure that there's parking. It was just very casual, so I didn't expect it. And I was like, all right, cool, we have to find street parking, we have to walk. found street parking. We were walking. It was kind of a long walk. I was struggling a little on my heels, but like the day was beautiful, and you know, we were at Brooklyn Bridge Park, love it. And then like his friend was gonna get proposed to, like that's exciting. So we're walking, holding hands, walking. We get to the park, and Brooklyn Bridge Park is always crawling with people. So it's kind of hard to like focus on one thing, but I just see like a lot of people, didn't think anything of it. And I'm like, all right, where are they? Where are they setting up? Or like asking questions a mile a minute, because I am completely clueless. And I'm just like, are we supposed to meet up with them? Who all is going to be here? Like who's setting up? Like how's he planning on doing it? I'm basically just blabbing nonstop. And he's just like, yeah, I think they're going to be there. Like he's playing along really well. I didn't think anything of it. And then I'm like walking, and then I'm literally looking around, and I'm looking for his friend. I'm literally saying, where is he? Like I don't see him. Like is he already here? I'm looking, and then he's holding my hand, so he kind of stops midway, and he looks at me and he goes, so I have a confession to make. And at that moment, I think I knew. So he was like, I have a confession to make. You know how I said this was his friend's name is Elwin's proposal? It's actually not. It's actually your proposal. And at that moment, like I don't even, like my heart dropped, and I was like, oh my God, stop. That's literally what I said. I was like, stop, really? Stop. So then I'm literally like, oh my gosh, the entire time. He walks me over, and then I think the next thing that I see, I can't. There's like too much stuff going on, and I can't even process it. And so he's walking me over, and the next thing I see is like photographers shooting. And he was like, you have your photographers over there, which is like perfect, because you know I need my pictures for every occasion. And it was the photographers that I actually like researched, and I said I really like their eye and stuff like that. So I see them shooting, and then once I see them shooting, I look down and I see like this like sign. It's all lit up individual letters, and it says marry me. And he has like some candles on the side and rose petals. And then I'm literally looking at him like, stop, this isn't happening. Is this really happening? Is it my proposal? Like I thought it would never happen. So then he's like, yes, it's your proposal. And then he mentioned his two of his best friends, like two of our really good friends, Ritu and Justin. And he was like, they helped us set up. Look, they're right over there. And then he points at them, and I see them, and they're like recording and smiling. And I'm like, oh my God, hi. So then I'm still just like in awe and shock. And then he walks me over to the marry me sign, and I like don't even know what to do with myself. I'm just like so awkward. I like have my bag. I'm like, oh my God, stop. And then he starts talking to me, and honestly, like to be 100% honest, at that moment I really did not process what he was saying. He was saying a lot. All I got was like, I love you, and like you're so special to me. But I was just like, I don't even know. I was just like in a whole other world. I was like, oh my gosh. And then he proposed, and he gave me this beautiful ring, which is exactly what I wanted. Rose gold circle, like absolutely perfect. I looked at it for like a million seconds, and I was like, stop. This is so beautiful. This is so perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. And then like immediately right after, the photographers were there, and they kind of had to leave to go shoot another proposal. So we did like a quick photo shoot, and like you guys may think that I'm good at taking pictures, but at that moment I was like, stop, I can't believe this happened. Like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Like, how do I pose for these pictures? I don't know how to maneuver this hand. Like, what do I do? So they like directed us. We took a couple of pictures, and then Ritu and Justin had already gone to the one hotel at that time, or they went to like the car to wait for a while. And so while after the photographers left, I FaceTimed my mom and dad, and like my mom was like cheesing so hard. She said, congratulations, I knew all about this. And I was like, no, stop. And so then I FaceTimed my parents, I FaceTimed my cousin. Unfortunately, well, I'll tell you about it later, but I FaceTimed my cousin, I FaceTimed my niece, and then I FaceTimed my best friends, and just like let them all know. And at that time, like, all right, like let's talk about tears. So like I knew that at my proposal I would probably cry, but like in that moment, I guess I was so shocked that I just like, when he asked me, and like when I processed that this was happening, my tears welled up in my eyes, but I didn't actually cry. And you could see it in a couple of the proposal pictures. But then so after all that was done, I think it actually hit me. So walking back like out of the park, my tears welled up again, and I don't know, it was just like so perfect, and I was just like was so excited to share the news with my friends. I did wish my friends were there, but like it was totally fine because we got to celebrate with them later, and like I get how everyone is scattered everywhere else, and so it's really hard to kind of gather everyone together. But I'm so happy that I like got to like FaceTime all of them and tell them like, oh look, and show off the ring. So then we meet up with Justin and Ritu, and then we go to the one hotel. There's like a beautiful bar upstairs. I've actually never been to that bar, but it's like just perfect. I love everything New York City. I love the skyline. I love like that area, and it was just like top to bottom mirrors, wow, windows, and like you could just see the skyline everywhere. And the drinks there were so good. We like all like us two sets of couples, we cheered, we like talked a little bit, like discussed everything that happened, shared a drink, took some pictures, FaceTime some more, and like we were just like celebrating. It was really nice. And then they had to leave because they had like a reservation to go to, so it was so me and Jason were planning on leaving too, but then I was just like, I kind of want to just like spend a little time with you here alone. Can we just like kick it for a little bit, and then we'll leave. And he said he was gonna drop me back to the Bronx. So we each got a drink. We each like got one more drink, and then we were there, and that's when we kind of just let it all out. Like we talked about everything. He told me about everything, all the plans, everything that happened. He told me that a week before, on the day that my parents went to the Bronx Ale House, he actually called my mom the night before and said, are you busy? I want to talk to you guys. Like, is it okay if we meet at Bronx Ale House? So he took them to Bronx Ale House and like got them dinner, and then basically his like plan was to ask them permission to like marry me. And like he fed them, and then he brought them back to my apartment, and he asked my dad and my mom permission like properly. And I always told him like I want like I'm traditional in that sense, like I want you to properly ask them permission. So he like told them me and Priya had our first date at Bronx Ale House, and you know, I have the ring and I want to ask for your blessing and your permission. And my parents were like so happy, and he told me everything that my parents said, and he like recorded a little video clip of them, and like my mom said a little speech, and he showed them the ring. And then he told my mom, like, now your job is to get her to get her dressed and get her nails done. So my mom's like, don't worry, I got that done. And then like in the meantime, I had been calling them both, and they were both in each other's presence, and I didn't know anything about this. So then he had gone, and then I came home. That was a Friday night. The Saturday I went to go get my dress, and then they've like just been in touch the entire time. And then he told me how he had gone to Brooklyn Bridge Park like the night before, and then like a couple of days before that, just to scope out where he wanted to do it. He like set up, he showed me the practice pictures of when he set up the marry me sign with the rose petals. Like this adorable guy had practiced the proposal. He said, I've practiced getting down on one knee, and then he told me about the getting the ring and all of that, and he'll be able to tell you more details about that, because like I don't know, I just know that it's perfect. But yeah, he told me about when he went to go get the ring and who he told, and it was just like so perfect. So we kind of just like chatted, talked, and then at that time I just could not hold anything in anymore. We just laid it all out there. Like it hasn't been an easy journey for us, which we'll talk about later on, I'm sure, but I was just so happy, and like he was happy, and it was just absolutely perfect. So we just like were emotional, and then got back in the car, and then I was like, I'm hungry. So we went to go get pizza, naturally, both of our favorite foods. And I was like, this is like the perfect end to the day. We're getting pizza. I'm a fiance. Like, what more can I ask for? So we had pizza. Obviously took my selfie in front of the pizza. And then we got in the car. We were playing like our favorite romantic songs on the way home. And my mom kept on texting me saying, when are you gonna come home? When are you gonna come home? And I'm like, I just got proposed to, like, can I chill for a little bit? So then I get home, and I'm like knocking on the door, and all of a sudden I hear like, congratulations, and like my aunt, my mom, my dad, my uncle. Unfortunately my cousins couldn't be there because they had gone to a party that day, like a birthday party that they had planned for a very long time ago, so they weren't there. But my mom, my uncle, and my aunt were there. My mom got us like a beautiful rose gold cake with like diamonds on the side saying congratulations Priya and Jason. She had like dinner ordered for us. She had like champagne for us, and like my dad was Facebook living the entire thing. Like so cute. They were so happy. Like I haven't seen them that happy, I guess, since I told them that I became a doctor. But they were just like cheesing from ear to ear, and then looking at my ring, and then they're super excited for all the festivities that are to come. And I was like completely shocked that they had planned this, and Jason had planned like a little party thing afterwards too. So we do that, and it's like the most perfect day ever. Go to sleep, I wake up, I'm supposed to meet up with Jason. We had like an appointment for something in Long Island together, so I went there, and then he said, you're in Long Island, so might as well just stop by my parents' house. They want to see you, they want to see the ring. And I'm like, all right, sure, not a problem. So I'm just like beaming, obviously. I get to we drive up to his house, and I walk in, and we just hear like a giant congratulations and surprise. Literally all of his friends and their girls and his family were all there. I kid you not, maybe like 25 to 30 people like in his house. They had like catered lunch, and it was just like so nice. And I got to tell my story like a million times to everyone, and he had planned this too. He like gathered everyone up, all of his friends, and they were all there, and we got to chill out, and it was so nice. And then I went home, went back to work. So I still I told everyone that I got proposed to, but still haven't processed it. And then the week after, because my friends are so important to me and I didn't get to celebrate with them, we planned like a proposal party. So we did it at Monarch, and everyone knew it wasn't a surprise, but we all celebrated there, and it was like the best time ever. Like we got to like dance and just like have a good time with everyone. All my friends came, like literally everyone that I wanted there was there, and it was just like absolutely perfect. And that is the story about how I got proposed to. Like I said, Jason has a lot more details. If you guys want to see a video from his perspective, then we can do it. If you want to see a question and answer video, then I could absolutely do it. So let me know down below what you want to see. Obviously, wedding planning has already started. I still haven't found a venue. Looking for that right now, but we're planning to get married a year out, so I have a little bit of time, but I will take you guys along the entire process. This is now officially like a wedding planning channel, but I plan to be more active now that my schedule has freed up a little more. But I hope you enjoyed that story time, and yeah, your girl's proposed to. I'm gonna get married. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and make sure you like and subscribe. Bye guys.